Good morning, boys and girls. Again, I'm glad you joined us today for Sunday School, Sunday, January 23rd. Our Bible story again comes from the book of Luke, and remember, Luke is located in the New Testament part of the Bible and is part of what we call the four Gospels. Let's listen to God's words that come from Luke chapter 4, verses 14 through 30. Jesus was in the desert for 40 days. Jesus spent time with God and waited to understand what he should do next. When Jesus returned to Nazareth, it was the day of worship, so Jesus went to the synagogue. Jesus was handed a scroll to read. The scroll was God's words. It's just like our Bibles. Jesus read, "God's Spirit is on me. God has chosen me to bring good news to the poor. Good news has come to those in prison, those who are blind, and those who are mistreated. God's blessing is here." Then Jesus looked at the people in the synagogue and said, "These words have come true today." Everyone was amazed. Jesus said that he would love and heal people, even people who were not Israelites. That people did not like what Jesus said. They chased him toward a cliff. But Jesus walked through the crowd and he got away. Our story today, we're continuing to hear Jesus on his journey as he grows and follows where God is leading him. Today we hear about a time when Jesus was in the synagogue worshiping God and teaching others and telling them the good news of why God had sent him. Now, let's listen to Abigail talk about our story.
Hello friends, I'm Abigail. Let's wonder about the story. We've been talking a lot about journeys. Journeys are filled with all kinds of different moments. There are moments when everyone agrees with us, and other moments when we have to learn how to trust ourselves. In our story today, we learn that sometimes people won't understand your journey. They might think that you're wrong, but there are times you just have to trust yourself to go where God leads you. In our Bible story today, Jesus is in the synagogue, which is the place where Jewish people worship. Before Jesus got there, he had been teaching in a lot of places outside of his hometown, and everyone loved his teachings. When he returned home to Nazareth, everyone wanted him to do the exact same things for them. When he didn't, they were angry at him and made him leave. Jesus could have chosen to do what they wanted, but he knew that was not what God told him to do. Jesus stayed true to what God was saying and made sure the message he was sharing was for all people, not just the people from his hometown. There are lots of people who did this in the Bible. For example, Mary was chosen by God to be Jesus' mother, and even when everybody didn't understand, she chose to focus on God. History also has some amazing stories of people who chose to follow God and what was right, even when some in their community said that it was wrong. Have you ever heard of Claudette Colvin? Claudette Colvin was a 15-year-old African-American girl in 1955. Back then, only white people were allowed to sit at the front of the bus, and this was wrong. She knew that African-Americans deserved their rights. She sat down in the front of the bus. When she was told to move to the back for a white woman, she didn't give up her seat. Claudette got arrested because she stood up for what was right. Her action was part of a movement that would help bring more equality. Sometimes, you have to be brave enough to follow your journey, even when others are telling you that you are wrong. Our journey of faith invites us to be brave. This can be hard, but it's important to follow God and do what's right, even when it's unpopular. Now, it's your turn to wonder.
Abigail reminded us that during doing what is right and traveling through our journeys of faith can be hard, but we can be brave and choose to follow God to do what is right. Now, it's your time to wonder. Do you ever remember A time that you talked to God and asked Him to help you to be brave and to do what was the right thing to do? Think about it. Now, let's close with a prayer. God, thank you for always listening to us and helping us be brave to do the right thing as we travel on our journeys of faith. Amen. Bye, boys and girls. I hope you have a great week this week and come back to see us again next week. Bye-bye.